So some villains and some NPCs may be overpowered or underpowered, and if done right, some of these things can make them really memorable. So you mentioned Great Old Ones earlier today. Great Old Ones is a great example of making an overpowered villain or NPC. You just want to be careful with how you do that. You don't want to make an overpowered NPC like how anime does, where they're just this badass that comes in and just beats the PCs and kills them. All you're going to do is frustrate the player characters. If you're going to make someone that's overly powerful, you want to do it in a way where they're not directly interacting with the player characters. Characters are just seeing the power from afar. Either they're killing someone else that the player characters know, or they're affecting the world in a way where the player characters know that they are outmatched.
Yeah, so absolutes basically are definitely to be avoided. So somebody who's absolutely powerful and unbeatable, yeah, you've taken away the agency from the players when they do face such a villain. But with any NPC, any kind of absolute, if you have a flat character that is all evil, right? Just a villain, just to be a villain. I mean, this can be done well. Like, for example, the Joker in the Batman Return movies, series of movies, he was really well done. And only because the actor did such a great job researching and writing up a story for him and incorporating it into his acting. For somebody to be just pure evil and mustache twirling bad guy, it just does not work. It falls flat. And this is for any NPC. If you have the buffoon, if an NPC is just a moron, it's going to fall completely flat. Your players are, first of all, they're going to forget him immediately. They might remember him, but for all the negative reasons. As an example of how this was well done was Marco Di Coco in your campaign for Ishizu. We loved that character. Yeah, he was a little quirky. He spoke with an Italian accent. And you said don't use accents, but they can be used well.
I didn't say don't use accents. I say you don't have to use accents.
You don't have to, yeah. But if done well to bring personality to the character, he was over the top and hilarious, and we had great conversations with him because he wasn't just a buffoon. He was funny. He wasn't trying to be funny. He took himself very seriously. Yeah. And that made us find him quirky, but all at the same time take him seriously. And we cared so much for this character that later things happened that really ticked us off. And we will never forget this character. We finished these shoes 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
And we still remember, we still talk about this character all the time. And it's a great example of how to make a really good, memorable NPC.
Yep. Yeah. And with that said, we're talking about Star Wars, like the overpowered, underpowered buffoons. Just to bring Star Wars back into the picture, into the conversation.
Just to take
way
the
to do
this
people. This underpowered thing. Oh yeah, let's piss them all off. I don't care. So the that's going to be quoted and put in the comments.
Yeah,
clickety clickety. Actually, the prequels are quite deep. If you look into the symbolism of the sand. Anyway, so what was poorly done with Star Wars is the more recent trilogy with what the hell was the guy's name?
Who even knows, bro? Who cares?
The Adam Driver character.